Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Hello, Naveen. Good evening.
Hi, hi. Hi. So we'll start the event then.
Sure.
Yes. A very good evening to everyone present here. To our chief guest, Miss Varshitha Reddy, to our entire audience, and to our panel members. I am Naveen Shankar Chaudhary, the content head in Cittaa Power of Mind, and this is
Good evening, everyone. I am Sai Shreyas from the Scripts Department, Cittaa.
yes. Women face a lot of struggles and problems in their daily life. Our mothers, our sisters, our friends, everyone. But somehow, not even the closest of their family members or friends come to know about it. How is it even possible? Or is it even possible? Many people might think. But the question should be it is not how they express their problems, it is how they fight against every single problem in their life with a smile on their face. And the very life example for this is none other than Miss Varshitha Reddy, the founder of Viva Life Innovations, who has fought her own battle with coma and other medical problems since birth. She has not just faced her problems fearlessly, but is still fighting against it with a smile, and this just motivates millions and millions of women watching us right now. But why only women? I think every individual who's watching us should feel motivated from her and should learn to fight against the problems courageously. She has turned her weakness into an opportunity and through her product Easy Life aims to help millions of people suffering from diabetes and prediabetes. So, on this special event of Women's Day, to know more about her journey, her struggles, and her success, let's call upon Miss Duru Varshitha Reddy, who is an inspiration to not just to millions and millions of young entrepreneurs, but to a lot of young individuals who want to grow in their life with a lot of courage and confidence.
Good evening to everyone. And Naveen, thank you so much for that kind introduction.
It's my
And yeah,
honor, ma'am.
that's a
Yeah.
very great one. So, my name is Dubur Varshita, and I'm the founder of Viva Life Innovations. I'll just give a brief introduction on what I do.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah, there are 537 million diabetic adults living in this world, but we never knew that, right? People will never express that they are diabetic because people will judge easily.
Mm-hmm.
And India is the home for 80 million diabetic adults. Among them, 81% of them come from low and middle income places who
Mm-hmm.
doesn't even could afford for their blood glucose monitoring.
True.
So that's where Easy Life comes in. Easy Life is a compact, portable, and economical non-invasive glucometer, which
Mm-hmm.
doesn't need any blood, any prick, or else any repeated expenses on the hardware.
Okay.
So it's a
Yeah.
completely one-time investment, and the app provides you the blood glucose levels, the blood glucose analytics, insulin dosage levels, HbA1c levels, the doctor on board, and we are making the app available in all the regional languages along with the voice assistants, so that it
Mm-hmm.
would be helpful for any age group of people to rely on.
Absolutely.
So that's what we are doing at Viva Life right now.
It's a great initiative. I must say, it's an amazing.
Thank
Yes, Shreyas. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. I'm
you.
Shreyas. Your product Easy Life is an amazing innovation. It's really helpful to a lot of people. Um, to start off, I have few questions.
Sure.
The 10 minutes clip which was shown on Shark Tank was itself very heart wrenching, I must say. But if you would like to know much more beyond that journey, the struggle you have faced to reach this position, so that we ourselves and our audience who are watching would learn to fight back and face their problems.
So if I may ask you, every one of you are students, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, we are students right
Yeah.
now.
I would love to say only just one sentence.
Yeah.
Whatever you wanted to
Mm-hmm.
initiate in the face of the students,
Okay.
because at least you will have someone to, say this is right or this is wrong, and there'll
Mm-hmm.
be a persons like your staff or your well-known teachers,
Mm-hmm.
lecturers, whomever they may be, to suggest you on which way you need to exactly go, because that's where it all started. I started it during my third year of my university,
Okay.
where I got
Yeah.
lot of connections, lot of persons. I met lot of people through my college, where I can validate my problem or else idea what I'm going to solve. And people used to give me a lot of suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever you wanted to start, college is the very best phase where you can just initiate things and go through, have lot of connections, get lot of fundings and everything. So that's how even mine was started. My initial funding was from Nidhi Prayas with 7.5
Mm-hmm.
lakhs.
Yes.
With That's how I started. Now we recently raised 40 lakhs from Startup India Seed Fund grant. And
Yeah.
struggles, yeah, definitely. There are people who will directly say on your face that this idea doesn't even work. There is a lot
Yeah,
of
absolutely. Yeah, true.
there's a lot of market. Of course, take it as a suggestion, but never ever take it serious. That's what my advice is.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, in case you are taking it as a serious thing or else an advice, then you need to work on what better value you can provide rather than the competitors are doing.
Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So your
I
whole thing lies in the value which you're gonna provide for the customers on what they are paying.
mm-hmm. True, true.
Agreed, ma'am.
So, ma'am, there's just another question which I wanted to ask is what I had seen in the television. You had cleared AI Triple E, you had cleared NEET,
Yes,
and many other competitive exams, and you also came back from IIT in just 11 days.
exactly.
So, this just branches into two questions. First thing is, how did you manage to prepare and crack these exams, and also what made you like drop out of IIT, which is like the dream college of many students who want to go there.
Okay, I'm not blaming IIT. Just a question. Like, are
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
posting this video anywhere?
We are. This
Ma'am, it
is
is streaming on YouTube.
streaming on YouTube right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I would skip the answer. That's my own decision to get out of
Okay.
IIT. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Completely fine. Yeah,
Yeah, IIT is damn good. I don't say it's
that's
bad or
true. Yeah.
something kind of thing, but I wanted to learn something apart from what they teach in IITs.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the reason I have come out of IIT. And yeah, regarding the exam clearance, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was from Sri Chaitanya Educational Institutions where I took my 11th and 12th in pure science,
Mm-hmm.
and then I managed to get into AAEEE and JEE during the summer coaching classes. I
Okay.
just want to give it a try, but I
Yeah.
never know that I would take that serious, and I just want to get into IIT also. So yeah,
Okay.
out of curiosity, I wanted to just attempt everything.
I mean, that's great. Like, out of curiosity, you have cleared so many exams. That is like really amazing, I must say.
Thank you.
Okay. Ma'am, so this just brings me to the next question. At a very young age, you started a company, Viva Life Innovations. And what was your driving force, the motto which pushed you to start, and what motivates you to continue the hustle? Because consistency is the main key. So, what
Yes,
is that is
exactly.
motivating you?
What motivated me to start is the problem.
Mm.
Initially, the problem, but when I started researching more deep about the problem, and whenever I just came to found that this is not only my problem, but also the problems of million people, right? Even
Yes.
a lot of people are suffering from the same problem. That drives me most. It's just not about myself, but half of the world who are suffering from that. I just want to change the diabetic phase of the people. Diabetes is a kind of thing like people can just say life before diabetes and life after diabetes. Your whole life will be changed in a certain manner, not in a
Yes.
complete way, but of course a certain way.
Yeah.
So that
Absolutely.
drives me a lot. Maybe it's because my problem too, and but also the problem of several people, which
Mhm.
pushes me to solve.
Okay. Ma'am, in the Shark Tank episode, we saw that you promised your parents that you would be inventing a device or helping the people. How did you manage to gather that courage at such a young age?
So I know what the pain I have gone through, and I have seen my parents practically how they suffer from. I mean, through my diabetes, right? Even I
Yeah.
have diabetes, but they used to suffer a lot than me. It seems. Imagine just a dad pricking their own child's finger.
Mhm.
They literally feel it like a crime, hurting your own kid.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I have gone through a phase where I faced all this stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I finally thought something we need to do something for it. At least let me give it a try. Then let's see for the solution. So that's how it all started.
That's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. I must say it's already so motivating. I feel really motivated at this point of time. Um, yes, ma'am. So we have bombarded you with so many, so very hard, heavy questions. So please now just tell us, what do you do in your free time as a stress buster, and how do you keep yourself calm?
So yeah, I read books a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, books and music.
Books and
And
music.
I
Okay.
watched this two YouTube channels called Backstage with Millionaires and
Mhm.
Think School.
Okay.
So whenever I feel stressed, I learn something new. And when I wanted to learn something new, I'll go through this case studies. They bring up a lot of case studies regarding the Indian startups and how startups exactly, how evolution has happened, how are they
Mhm.
sustaining till now, apart from the
Mhm.
competitors and all. So that's what I do during my free time.
Wow.
That's cool.
Okay. So you, even in your free time, you do a lot of productive work,
Perfect. Yeah.
That's
which
how
is
your mind, like literally crave for something.
yes. I mean,
Once you make yourself busy, you can't get free time for you. You need to do something else.
exactly. True.
Yeah.
True. True.
Agreed on that too.
So yeah, Suha, absolutely. This was one question all of us wanted to ask. So you had recently been to the Shark Tank India. How was the entire experience like, and how has your life changed since then, if I may ask?
So yes, Shark Tank India, the experience was damn good actually.
Mhm.
As a founders, the way we look at the business is completely different. But
Okay.
as the
Okay.
investors, the way they look at the business, they have very different perspective on business. The one
Mhm.
perspective we have is getting solution done and pushing it to the market. But when it
Mhm.
comes to the perspective of investment, they look at everything, the feasibility, technology, and
Mhm.
the go to market, how tough it is to penetrate it in the market, and everything.
Okay. Okay.
So that was very good. And post Shark Tank, the effect was also so good. There were a lot of calls from people, and the one best thing had happened is at least now people are
Okay.
expressing that they are diabetic.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Means they
Yeah.
got the
Absolutely.
courage to
Mhm.
show themselves that okay, I'm diabetic, I need this device too. So
Mhm.
at one part it helped us regarding the value, I mean customer validation, to
Yes.
Okay.
be frank. And at the one part, they have become very open. I'm so happy for that. Right till now I haven't listened the people saying that they are diabetic, even though if they have diabetes they'll never express. But post Shark Tank and post my this thing episode, I'm
Mhm.
happy that people are expressing themselves that they are diabetic, and the awareness of the seriousness
Yes.
has been
Yes.
opened.
Absolutely.
That's really nice. Um, when you decided that you want to start a company, so you had a purpose. You were fine that you want to create this. But how did you start? It's like I want to do this, and you need to get a team for that. And how did you
Yes.
get your team, and how did you build everything, and what is your vision of Viva Life innovations?
So I met my co-founder during the Smart India Hackathon 2019.
Okay.
So yeah,
Mhm.
as I told, I was very curious and I'm still curious. So wherever I go, I always wanted to meet new people, learn new things, learn from them, teach them from my side, share our knowledge together. So that's how I met Vimal in Smart India Hackathon.
Okay.
Post that, after 6 months, I just called him one random day and told like I have a solution for this thing and
Okay.
I wanted to do something. So he already know I wanted to do some kind of thing, but we never hardly tried for that. But one
Okay.
random day I was like, no, I need to do it. So chalo, let's do it then. That's how it all happened.
Great.
So
And initially, when you started, like obviously you can't get success overnight. So you would have faced many challenges to approach investors, to convince people that your product has something really worthwhile. So how did you manage all that? How did you convince people?
So lockdown helped us a lot. To be frank, it all started with lockdown. We started during the 2020 lockdown.
Hmm.
where we did a lot of research, not only about the product but about the people who invest money in us.
Okay.
So yeah, we have learned a lot about them, and we have learned a lot regarding, how to exactly convey when someone wanted to invest on you, what to convey, exactly what to convey, what not to convey, and everything. Basically, the research helped us a lot during the lockdown. We have pitched to several government schemes, and
Okay.
finally,
Hmm.
Nidhi Prayas.
Absolutely. So I have this question: if someone wants to start a startup or wants to pursue an entrepreneurship, what is that first step which, as a person, one should take?
Risk taking.
Risk taking.
Okay.
Okay.
Entrepreneurship is never an alternative for your campus selections. You need to
Yes.
remember that. In
Okay.
entrepreneurship, every day is the riskier day. Every minute is the riskier minute. You will never know what's gonna happen in the next minute. You need to be prepared for each and everything that you're gonna face. So the
Mm-hmm.
first step would be like risk taking.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
And also the fact that there is a lot of failures which also will be a part of this entire uh,
Journey.
journey, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So facing that is also something which people should confront and learn from, not just give up, I think. And I think
Uh,
you have done it very well that way. Yes, yes, yeah.
what I say is failure gives you more experience than success. With
Absolutely.
failure, you get a lot of learning. With success, you'll just stay numb for certain point of time. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
failure always teaches you something which you have never known. That's what I strongly believe regarding failures. But once you enter into entrepreneurship, you'll learn a lot.
Okay, okay, great, great, great. And also, ma'am, who's your inspiration, your role model that you look up to?
Steve
And
Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Oh
That's
my God.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, why Steve Jobs? Can I just ask?
Steve Jobs, one, thinking out of the box.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Okay.
created the whole ecosystem where the brand became a part of life. The ecosystem has become a part of life.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Absolutely.
if you're buying Apple, you'll buy the whole family of Apple. You
Yes.
can't just rely
Mm.
on the single device.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. That's true. Yeah.
And the Apple, reflects your lifestyle, especially in
Mm-hmm.
India, right?
Yes. As a
Yes. Yeah.
symbol
And it's
also.
very tough to create an ecosystem where people rely on four or five products from the same company.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There are, very less number of chances happening in this. And the
Okay.
way Steve Jobs exactly conveys what he wanted to present, and the
Mm-hmm.
way he designed products, that's what I love about.
That's absolutely true, I guess, because
Yeah.
thinking out of the box, that one quality is itself a very, very important quality for a person. Something different just drives you, and like you are different from the other crowd, so that is very important. Yes.
Yeah.
uh,
As far as entrepreneurship concerned, now entrepreneurship is generally considered as a very riskier job, and generally parents go like do a job, 9 to 5 job, and then you can settle in your life. So, what is your suggestion? Because many people are passionate about entrepreneurship. They might fail, they might succeed. That's secondary. But what is your take on that?
and
Okay.
I just wanted to add one more thing, since as he said, it's a very a profession which not many people would go to because there's always a risk,
Yeah.
and our parents, they want us to be stable in life. So even in your life, how big role did your parents play there? Like, we want to know that too. Yes.
So in my life, yeah, my parents never discouraged me. They always
Mm,
supported me for whatever I wanted to take because they trust me a lot. That
absolutely.
if I'm taking something, I'll just win that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So regarding entrepreneurship too, and my parents know the pain which I have gone through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So they never told no to anything regarding the starting the company or finding solution for this problem. Leaving my job and all. So that's not an issue for me. But the worst thing we do is we'll just let our parents know what we're gonna do. That's the worst thing. Sit to them, talk to them, explain the potential of doing all this. That's what even parents wish to know from you, right?
Absolutely.
rather than explaining that you are doing this, or that you'll just, if you just say that, mom, I gonna take this entrepreneurship and I just gonna build the product, they'll never agree. But why can't you
Mm-hmm.
just make them sit and say that this is the problem of someone who also facing along with me, and I'm solving
Mm-hmm.
this particular problem, and it has this potential. Of course, the stability is the next part of the entrepreneurship. You can't
Okay.
expect right now. So
Mm-hmm.
I think convincing is the very best thing that you can do your parents, by clearly explaining what you're gonna do.
Okay.
Agreed on that. Ma'am, and generally when you start entrepreneurship, it's like you need to have a clarity on that, and you need to have the courage to start, because entrepreneurship, once you start, you need to hustle a lot, and that's a lot of effort. Then
Yes.
how did you decide on, because you told on the Shark Tank episode you have been like you have been in coma for many times, and then after coming out from coma, how did you gather the courage, because it would be so traumatizing, I guess, right?
So one is the self courage that I have. Basically, I never have fear, right? And one is the trust from my co-founder. Even no matter what, even if I go to coma now, also, I
Mm.
purely trust him that he could able to manage the things and he'll definitely launch the product, right?
Absolutely.
So more than your self courage, the people whom you are working with will also play a great role in what you start and how strong your company gonna be.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So work with the people who gives you this kind of trust. No matter where you are, what you are doing, even if you left company or whatever it may be, you need to have someone who can fulfill your goals and support as a backbone.
Yeah, absolutely. So here, as you said, making a team, finding a team where you can trust them more than anything else. So since you know you have built a team right now, how do you understand that we can trust this person and we can just rely on them and they can help us out in the right way? So
And
how do you? Yeah, yeah.
okay, well, I want to add some more things. See, as you're not from the business background, I mean, you're not from commerce or management background. So, how did you figure out like this is the first step to start the company, and the next thing should be this and this? How was that journey like?
So no matter what, once you start entering into entrepreneurship, you need to learn new stuff every day, no matter what it
Mm-hmm.
is. You'll keep on learning through your whole life. I
Mm-hmm.
never knew
Absolutely.
what exactly I need to do to start a company, but along with the process, I have learned all the legal terms, what I need to do,
Mm,
what will be the financial projections, and what are all the taxes, what is the cogs, what are the raw materials,
mm,
everything, what not. So entrepreneurship is like a very deep journey. You learn a new thing each and every day. Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So about the trust question
About
too.
the
Yeah.
people, yes.
Yeah.
So the trust, at some point of time, once you started working with people, uh,
Mm-hmm.
at some point of time you can easily find that whether they are aligning with the same vision and mission as you have or not.
Okay.
So
Okay.
once you cross that moment, you will come to know whether they fit into you or not. So that's how even
Okay. Okay. Right. Another question which I had is now coming to the product, Easy Life. I mean, it's a, as you had said, it's a revolutionary product. Absolutely, I completely agree with that. But what were the initial challenges you faced in creating such a product?
so initially in India the technology adaptation is very low,
Okay.
and we only believe whatever the doctor says, right? Whatever
Hmm.
the doctor
Absolutely.
advises.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the one challenge. Apart from that, accuracy, now we are good in the accuracy. We are
Hmm.
increasing and improvising our accuracy day by day by
Okay. Okay.
conducting preclinical evaluation. So
Mm-hmm.
we are so far so good.
Amazing. Amazing.
That's great.
So, how much of help did you get from the sharks who had invested in the shark
Yeah,
in your company?
the process is still going on. It
Okay.
haven't ended it. So yeah,
Okay.
I wish, and even I'm waiting to talk to them closely and working
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah,
them.
absolutely. Because they have reached a stage and their inputs will just change how we look at the business, right?
Exactly.
So it would be great. Yeah.
And when you were in the shark, when you were in the tank, like after your pitch was done, there was a discussion regarding the accuracy, and you were like there was 90% accuracy, and sharks were like the rest 10% is a huge game and all. Like, how did you manage to not lose confidence? Because anyone normally over there would lose confidence, and they would just go without bagging an investment. How was that experience, and how did you manage that?
So at that point of time, we clearly know that we have done only the limited set of samples. The shooting
Hmm.
was happened during October.
Okay.
So
Okay,
we
okay.
started the company during April. We clearly know
Hmm.
that we have only done the limited set of samples, and we are so confident that however we need to do large number of sample set to improvise accuracy.
Hmm.
So that's what made us more confident. We are still doing the preclinical evaluation and improvising our accuracy.
Okay, that's nice.
So another thing is, since you had been to Shark Tank, after that, how many companies have approached you all over India or all around the globe to like just collaborate with you or just invest in the company? Is
I
that
don't
something?
exactly remember, so
Okay, okay, okay. No problem, no problem. But then there is a quite a number of companies who
yes,
have reached out to help and to grow and great, great,
yes.
great. So, Shreyas, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, it's just that currently I have no questions, but it's just I just want to know your entrepreneurship journey a little deeper, because I am totally into entrepreneurship and I follow many people. So I just want to know your entrepreneurship journey in a little bit more, if you can shed some light on that.
So regarding what part you wanna know exactly?
See, it's like how did you manage to start, and how did you like continuing the company, and then how are you going forward with it, or like future plans and all. It's not an easy task. How are you managing to do all that? General entrepreneurship journey, I mean.
So yeah, one people,
Hmm.
and apart from the funding from the government, you'll get a lot of mentors whom you need to work closely with in case of development of your company, right?
Hmm.
So
Yes.
the much you improve, the much higher chances that you rise for much more fundings. That's what
Absolutely.
exactly happened. Without improvisation, nothing will be happening.
Hmm.
So initially, you start with the less amount of funding, show your improvement, then go for the higher amount. That that gives a high value in your
Hmm.
business.
Yes.
So you'll get to meet lot of people who suggest you a lot of suggestions by listening to you, talking to you. It's not just a one company and five team that who can succeed, but you have a long way through meeting a lot of people who suggest you a lot.
Okay. And I believe networking is one key aspect in which entrepreneurship relies on. So, any tips for how you effectively network with the apt people?
So it's not about networking with the apt people only. No matter the people don't fit into your technological part or else whatever it may be, the lessons and the experiences they have gone through will help you in a lot. So
Okay.
networking, attend events, gatherings, join communities. There are communities like TAI, the Indus entrepreneurs,
Okay.
and there are a lot of communities, Lemon Ideas, Innopreneurs, kind of lot of communities where you can join, where you can get to know a lot of people, attend lot of events, networking, connections,
Mm-hmm.
investor meets, and all.
Okay.
So try to fit yourself in lot more communities where people will be present.
Okay.
Great.
So during the initial part of your journey, the do you remember any companies who actually first reached you out and started helping you to make this product? Is there any?
It's not a company. No company will come to you at
Okay.
initial phase. You'll only get the funding one from the government. However, the initial phase you will never go to the investor. So
Mm-hmm.
once you get funding from the government, there are a lot of mentors from the place where you get
Okay.
funding.
Okay.
They'll help you out, in order to improvise your product.
So how long did the research period of before you made the product, right? So how long was that research period and how tedious was the process?
So I don't say the research period took long time, but the validation, customer validation, speaking with the
Mm-hmm.
doctors,
Yeah.
endocrinologists, it took me a lot process. So
Okay.
each and every person have different perspective on the problem, and
Mm-hmm.
trust me, the people will give you the thousand problems. What are they facing? but we
Okay.
need to only solve the top three problems because that's what they
Mm-hmm.
exactly remember.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
matter how many problems they give you, they only remember the top three problems. So that took us a lot of time, to
Mm-hmm.
meet people, to evaluate people regarding the cost, regarding the technology, regarding the usability, feasibility, comfort, convenience,
Absolutely
everything.
true, true, true. So, also the fact that you had mentioned that during like when many companies were shutting down during the COVID time, it was helpful for you during that period. So
Yes.
how exactly did the COVID period exactly help you out?
So it helped us in terms of meeting a lot of people, as I said now, and
Okay.
it helped us in terms of research, where at least the work from home has come. It gave
Mm.
us a lot of time to do the research on, and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
thought that
absolutely.
it was the right times to start because there are a lot of cases increasing during the COVID too,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we finally started during that moment.
Yeah, I think the health sector was something
Yes,
which boomed during the COVID
Yeah,
time, and it was
yeah.
really matched with the product you were
exactly.
making. Yeah. Another thing is obviously there is a competition in this field too. So how do you face that competition first thing? And even when you started the product, did you think that there will be so much of competition? Is it
Yes.
safe to get in? Yeah.
Yes, I do know that, right? Because I'm diabetic, I use a lot of products and I
Yes.
use a lot
Yes.
of
Yeah. Yeah.
competitors.
Yes.
I have
Exactly.
experience.
Yeah.
So it's just a one line I wanted to say. I just wanted to be a Swift in each and every Indian household. I don't want to be a Benz or Ferrari for Indians.
Mm.
Well
Okay.
put.
Great analogy.
Yeah.
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 Okay. I mean, so which I can interpret from this is the price point was the one thing which is probably you will be differing from the other
Yes.
companies,
One is the price point and non pricking one.
non-pricking. Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
and moreover, I we are making the device as easy as possible to use. Like all they just nowadays, smartphone has the greatest. It plays a great role in our life rather than
Absolutely.
anything.
Yeah.
So we are
Mhm.
making it connected to the smartphone. All they need to do is connect it to the USB port of their mobile phone, tap their finger, and just test their blood glucose levels. That easy it is. So we are reducing size in terms. We are not having any battery or any display. Basically, I don't want people to gain lot of attention by monitoring blood glucose levels outside.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's completely pocket friendly. Maybe it just comes in the size of the AirPods box we use.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the compact product with a lot of advantages, the easier
Yes.
use of the product, and the price range. So that's amazing. You have everything, and the problem is solved. I think
Yeah, that's what
that's
I mentioned about Suzuki.
Ah,
yeah, absolutely. I think
yeah.
that's right. So even there is no specific age bracket as such you are
No.
targeting, right? So it's everyone can do it easily.
Yes.
That's the motive. Great, great.
And I guess the main thing now, once the product is ready, the thing is you need to spread awareness among people. That's the main thing. So, how do you plan on doing that?
So we are yet to plan that. Our initial concentration is on clinical trials and preclinical trials. So
Okay.
once we are done with that, then we need to plan everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Everything is in pipeline,
Mm,
but for now, the importance is for clinical trials.
Okay, great.
absolutely. Any further questions, Naveen, from you?
So I'll just I think I hate to say this, but I think we have no further questions, and but then we'll just conclude the event with the last question. We are really happy that you could give us your time, and we learned so many things. The
Yes.
final question is, what is that one message you would like to give to all the young aspiring entrepreneurs, and not just our female viewers, but to every individual who's watching us right now?
So if you want to start something,
Okay.
don't just start.
Okay.
Learn a lot about that. Validate that first before whatever you wanted to start. Just validate that and try to fail fast. I'm telling you, try to
Okay.
fail
Try to
fast.
fail fast.
That
Okay.
you
Okay.
know uh, Imagine without validation you have built a product, you have launched a technology, everything is going good, but
Hmm.
what if the end customer says, I'm not in a need of this?
Hmm.
That would be,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's how where validation and failure both plays the role.
Hmm. Hmm, hmm.
Imagine
Okay.
you just started something and you are going to validate something to the customer and he says that I'm in a need. You go ahead, or else I don't exactly need this product in my life.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Mhm.
it gives you a lot clarity on what to do, what exact features to do, what exact problem you need to solve to them, and why does it literally matter to them solving their problem.
So, the one point which everyone needs to keep in their mind is solving a problem is very important when you are starting a company. I mean,
Yes.
just starting the journey of entrepreneurship. Like you
So
can,
rather
yeah.
than digging into the solution, dig
Hmm.
deep into the problem, understand the
Hmm.
problem better. Who needs
Absolutely.
this? Why do they need that? Does
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
really matter if we are going to solve this?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So what they going
Absolutely.
to pay and what are we going to provide them in return?
So
Hmm.
end of the
Absolutely.
day, your product should solve a really good problem. Only then your product would be really successful.
So
Absolutely.
what I can say is your product should be a need. It
Yes.
should not be a want.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely. True. True. So I think that just brings us to the end of this event, and it was really really motivating session, very inspiring, ma'am. I have to say, I feel very motivated at this point of time, and the everything which you told us right now, it just says how much of a inspiring person you are and how much you care for the society more than anything else. Like you have faced this problem but you want to solve this problem at the grassroots level for each and every person out there. So that is very important for every entrepreneur, for every individual who's watching us right now, that select a problem. If you want to start any, just the entrepreneurial journey, pick a problem, understand how much of a problem it is in the society right now, and if you can solve it in the right manner, which is what I think Varshita ma'am has done very well. She has, just as I said earlier, even in my introduction, she just turned this weakness of hers into an opportunity, and it's a strength right now, I would say. She is just doing so well. And ma'am, it was we are very happy that you could be here, you could give your time, and such a fruitful session for all of us.
And thank you
Absolutely,
so
ma'am.
much for inviting me
As
and
Naveen,
gave a chance to share my knowledge.
Yes, yes, ma'am, yeah, absolutely. Yes,
absolutely, as Naveen said, I'm really honored to be a part of this session. I'm talking with you. It's like once I got to know that you were featuring on the session, I was like super excited because I love entrepreneurship and I was watching. I was a great follower of Shark Tank, and your journey was really inspiring. And all the
absolutely.
answers which you have given, I'm sure it would be really helpful for the young entrepreneurs out there. It was really nice speaking to you.
Thank you so much. This literally means a lot.
Thank you.
It definitely means us a lot too, ma'am, because where we are right now, we look up to you, because at your age it's not very easy to what you have achieved right now. So I think we are just learning at this point of time, and just never stop learning. That's one thing even I do in my life. You learn, you will fail, but you just have to stand up and just fight. That's it.
Thank you very
Yes,
much, ma'am.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Yes,
Have
yes.
a great day, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a
You too,
great
ma'am.
day
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah, yeah.